the self-help and personal development world, and even in the spiritual manifestation world, there is so much talk about visualization. Wondering how visualization can change your life? I'm going to break that down in this video. My name is Tiffany Toombs. I'm a high-performance mindset coach that has worked with thousands of people across the world to help them create dramatic transformation in their life. And one of the tools that I use with my clients is visualization. So we know that visualization is incredibly powerful, and you probably don't really know why or what visualization is doing in the brain. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the top 3 ways that visualization transforms your brain and gives you a totally different life on the other side. So there are 2 parts to our mind. There's the conscious mind, and then there's the unconscious mind. Now, most people think the conscious mind is in control. After all, this is the part of your brain that is your logic and your reason, and it's the part of the brain that you hear throughout the day. As you're watching this video, you might be thinking, wow, I never knew that before. I really like that color blue on Tiffany. That's coming from your conscious mind. You may have heard some not so positive things about the unconscious mind, that it's working against us, that it's the dark, evil place. But the unconscious mind is actually designed and wired to serve you. It wants to give you everything that you want. But what most people don't realize is that where they focus their attention is what programs the unconscious mind. So if you say your affirmations once a day, for example, I want to be wealthy, or I am a millionaire, but then you spend the rest of your day talking about how broke you are and grumbling about how life sucks, or how you don't have enough money, or you wish you had more, or you're focused on the lack of money, what you program into the mind is the lack of money. And the unconscious mind has no logic and reason. It doesn't say, I'm pretty sure that person doesn't want to stay in lack, so let me find a way to make more money. It just says, okay, they're focused on lack, so we're going to give them more lack. The unconscious mind can only take what we give it and go out and find the fastest and easiest way to it. So how does visualization play into this? Well, the unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between fiction and reality. So when we are visualizing something in our mind, the unconscious mind actually thinks that it's happening in real life. And so we are working with the unconscious mind to create a totally new reality. We're working on the part of the mind that is 96% of the mind's capacity. And so if you're visualizing and making this visualization as strong and as powerful as possible, what you're doing is you're programming that visualization into your unconscious mind. And then the unconscious mind says, okay, we need to find the fastest and easiest route to this thing that they keep focusing on. And so we're constantly manifesting. This is really what manifesting is. And if you're not aware, or you're not consciously choosing what you're visualizing or what you're focusing on, then you're not likely to get the results that you want. So visualization allows us to bring conscious awareness to the unconscious mind, to program the unconscious mind with specifically what we want, so we can get a completely different future. Now, before I share with you the second way that visualization can change your life, I want to hear from you. Have you done visualization before, and how did it go for you? I know in the beginning it might be a little bit difficult for people. Stick with it. It is a muscle. We do get better at it. But how did it go for you? Go to the comments below and let me know. Now, because the unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between fiction and reality, it also takes anything that it sees in the unconscious mind and it starts to create neural pathways. Now, these neural pathways are like electrical circuits in the mind, that every time the electricity is flowing through this circuit, we get a specific outcome. We either say the same thing, we get triggered in the same way, we do the same movement or the same action. And if the electricity is moving through this circuit, then we get something different. And so because the unconscious mind believes when we're visualizing ourselves doing something that we're actually doing it, it starts to create these neural pathways. So the body can only do so much physically before we hit a point of fatigue or before we hit a point of burnout. But the mind can help us accelerate our growth by visualizing what we want to do. So this is a common strategy used by some of the top and most elite athletes in the world, is that after they physically finish shooting free throws, for example, in basketball, or practicing their batting at baseball practice, they will go home and they will visualize. They will spend time visualizing hitting those free throws, hitting the ball in the way that they want to get the home run or to get the single or the double or whatever it is in baseball. And so we can use the unconscious mind to accelerate our growth, to accelerate that neural pathway development just through visualization. And there's plenty of really interesting studies. I talked about them in some of my other videos. There's been some really interesting studies that back this up as well. Now, before I share with you the third way that visualization can completely change our life, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. I am putting out brand new videos just like this one every single week to help you truly harness the power of your mind so that you can accelerate your progress towards your goals. So go ahead and click on that subscribe button and like this video while you're there. Every time we have a thought, that thought causes our body to release a hormone, which causes us to have an emotion or a feeling, and that emotion or feeling causes us to have another thought of the same quality. Now, you might not know that 80% of the thoughts that human beings have on an average day are negative, which means what we do is we program our body and we program our nervous system to default to a negative state of being. It's like we have an emotional thermostat, same as the thermostat you have in your house. If I have the thermostat set at 70 degrees and the temperature drops below, the thermostat kicks on the furnace and brings me back up. If it's really hot outside one day and the temperature goes up, then the thermostat will kick on the air conditioning and bring us back down. Well, our emotional thermostat is no different. When we're constantly thinking this negativity, when we're constantly in this negative state of being, our body's constantly being hit with stress hormone, what happens is our emotional thermostat becomes set to overwhelm, to chaos, to drama, to stress, to anxiety, to depression. These become what we call our memorized state of being. It's our default mode that we always go back to. And when people start to make positive change in their life, they start going to the gym, they start eating healthy, they start doing more work in their business, they start making more money or investing or saving or whatever it is. They start making positive change in their life. What happens is the body, because we're making positive change, the body naturally produces less stress hormone. So now the stress hormones levels are dropping and the thermostat says, this is not okay. We have to turn on the production of stress hormone to get more. And this is where people oftentimes fall into self-sabotage. It's because they haven't broken the body out of this memorized state of being. So when we use visualization and we really feel into how it will feel to achieve the goal that we're working to now, we can speed up the process of breaking our body out of this stress addiction. We can speed up the process of reprogramming our emotional thermostat to be more in line with peace or more in line with excitement or gratitude or joy. And so visualization allows us to speed up this process because it allows us to visualize the things that give us those feelings rather than just waiting for those feelings to naturally come up in life. Because what we know is that if we just wait for those positive feelings to come up, they're likely to come up less than 20% of the day, which means we're kind of fighting an uphill battle. So we can use visualization to give us that 1% edge over the negativity so we can reprogram our bodies a lot faster. Now, if you want a guided meditation that's going to help you visualize yourself achieving those goals so that you're creating those neural pathways faster and tapping into the emotion of that, so you're also reprogramming the body, I'd love to share with you my Expand Your Power meditation. This is one of the favorite meditations of all of my clients, and I know you're going to love it too. All you have to do to get instant access is go to meditationwithtiffany.com or click on the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.